Good morning, students. Today I am going to start again the last prose chapter from your Flamingo textbook, Indigo. Name of the author for this prose is Louis Fisher. About the author first. Louis Fisher was born on 1896 and he died in 1970. Was born in Philadelphia. He served as a volunteer in the British Army between 1918 and 1920. Fisher made a career as a journalist and wrote for the New York Times, the Saturday Review, and for European and Asian publication. He was also a member of faculty at Princeton University. The following is an extract from his book, The Life of Mahatma Gandhi. The book has been reviewed as one of the best books ever written on Gandhi by Times Education Supplement. So, before going to the page-wise explanation of the chapter, just the general introduction and a brief summary of this lesson I am going to give you today in this video. The introduction of this lesson, Indigo. The story is based on the interview taken by Louis Fisher of Mahatma Gandhi. In order to write on him, he had visited him in 1942 at his ashram Sevagram, where he was told about the Indigo movement started by Gandhiji. The story revolves around the struggle of Gandhi and other prominent leaders in order to safeguard sharecroppers from the atrocities of landlords. हम इस चैप्टर में ये देखेंगे, यहाँ पे जो लुईस फिशर जो ऑथर हैं उन्होंने महात्मा गांधी का जब इंटरव्यू लिया तो वो इंटरव्यू उनके बारे में जब उन्होंने लिखना का सोचा तो वो उनके घर गए, उनके आश्रम गए जहाँ वो रहते थे सेवाग्राम, और जब वहाँ गए तो गांधी जी ने उन्हें इंडिगो मूवमेंट के बारे में बताया. उसके बारे में हम इस चैप्टर में आगे पढ़ेंगे कि कैसे गांधी जी ने उन शेयर क्रॉपर्स को बचाया उन लैंडलॉर्ड्स के हाथों से. A brief summary of this lesson. Louis Fisher met Gandhi in 1942 at his ashram in Sevagram. Gandhi told him that how he initiated the departure of the British from India. He recalled that it in 1917 at the request of Rajkumar Shukla, a sharecropper from Champaran, he visited the place Gandhi had gone to Lucknow to attend the annual meeting of Indian National Congress in the year 1916. Shukla told him that he had come from Champaran to seek the help in order to safeguard the interest of the sharecroppers. Gandhi told him that he was busy, so Shukla accompanied him to various places till he consented to visit Champaran. His firm decision impressed Gandhi and promised him that he would visit Calcutta at a particular date and then Shukla could come and take him along to Champaran. Shukla met him at Calcutta and they took a train to Patna. Gandhi went to lawyer Rajendra Prasad's house and they waited for him. In order to grab complete knowledge of the situation, he reached Muzaffarpur on 15th April 1917. He was welcomed by Professor J.B. Kriplani and his students. Gandhi was surprised to see the immense support for an advocate of home rule like him. He also met some lawyers who were already handling the case of sharecroppers. As per the contract, 15% of the peasants' land holding to be reserved for cultivation of indigo, the crop for which was given to the landlord as rent. This system was very oppressive. Gandhi wanted to help the sharecroppers, so he visited the British Landlord Association, but he was not given any information because he was an outsider. He then went to the commissioner of the Trihut division who threatened Gandhi and asked him to leave Trihut. Instead of returning, he went to Motihari, where he started gathering complete information about the indigo contract. He was accompanied by many lawyers. One day, as he was on his way to meet a peasant who was maltreated by the indigo planters, he was stopped by the police superintendent's messenger, who served him a notice asking him to leave. Gandhi received the notice but disobeyed the order. A case was filed against him. Many lawyers came to advise him, but when he stressed, they all joined his struggle and even consented to go to jail in order to help the poor peasant. On the day of trial, a large crowd gathered near the court. It became impossible to handle them. Gandhi helped the officers to control the crowd. Gandhi gave his statement that he was not a lawbreaker, but he disobeyed so that he could help the peasants. He was granted bail and later on, in the case against him was dropped. Gandhi and his associates started gathering all sorts of information related to indigo contract and its misuse. Later, a commission was set up to look into the matter. After the inquiry was conducted, the planters were found guilty and were asked to pay back to the peasants. Expecting refusal, they offered to pay only 25% of the amount. Gandhi accepted this too because he wanted to free the sharecroppers from the binding of the indigo contract. He opened 6 schools in Champaran villages and volunteers like Mahadevi Desai, Narhari Parekh and his son Devdas taught them. Kasturba, the wife of Gandhi, used to teach personal hygiene. Later on, with the help of the volunteer doctor, he provided medical facility to the natives of Champaran, thus making their life a bit better. A peacemaker, Andrew, wanted to volunteer at Champaran ashram, but Gandhi refused as he wanted Indians to learn the lessons of self-reliance and that he would not open on others, that they would not depend on others. Gandhi told the writer that it was Champaran's incident that made him think that he did not need the British advice while he was in his own country. Hope you have understood in this brief summary what this chapter is actually about. The sharecroppers and the landlords, how their sharecroppers been a great victim of the landlords and how Gandhi made them to survive by themselves by teaching the lesson of self-reliance. And this was the moment that Gandhi thought that it's necessary for everyone to know that. Gandhiji in this way taught up a lesson of self-reliance. This Champaran episode was a turning point in Gandhi's life. What he did, he explained here, was an ordinary thing, but declared that the British could not order me about in my own country. And everything that Gandhi wanted here was, moreover, he tried to mold a new free India. We could stand on our own feet and thus to make India free. And next I will continue the page-wise explanation of this chapter in my next video tomorrow. Thank you.